Hi Pisces, this is Walker. Got some sage and cedar here. And I never do this. I rarely do this, but one of you has a grandma and a grandpa who has passed away, or a mother and a father that have passed away. They want you to know that they're with you all the time. But they weren't with you all the time, but now they're with you all the time. Hopefully someone knows what that means. But I'm getting kind of a... Let me put the sage down. I'll put this over here. This is for your other guardian angel that's watching you there. Like a... like a boxer. I don't know if your grandpa was like a boxer, or your dad, or if they would like kind of, tease you, rough you up, or something like that, or they taught you how to protect yourself, they taught you how to fight. It's something like that, and your mom was a really good cook and taught you how to cook, or was, I'm getting maybe, if this is a grandmother, like her love language was, God, I'm so envious. I'm so envious. Love language was cooking. So I'm getting, like the Italian grandmother thing, cooking for everyone, making sure everyone's fed. Is someone a vegetarian? All right, I got you. Something like that. Okay, kitty, sit over here. Thank you, Bubba. Cat in here. Did I say this is for your week ahead yet? This is for your week ahead. It's kind of an overarching theme from what I can tell from my reading yesterday. That it's not necessarily a great couple days to start a new adventure, start a new journey. It's kind of like wrapping up things at home, keeping yourself to yourself. This is really interesting that the Four of Pentacles would come up today as advice and yesterday as advice for Aquarius too. If you have Aquarius in your chart, maybe go check that out. Sorry, I'm trying not to use my hands as much. If you don't have time for this and you got 5 minutes for a tarot reading, in this deck specific, hold on, I got the book here. If anyone's interested in a tarot deck, I highly recommend it. A whole cosmology, world building here. I love what she's done. With the Four of Pentacles specifically in this deck, it's not a good thing. It's being a miser. It's everyone in this kingdom, the Pentacles kingdom, the Sapphire kingdom. So before I say this, I'm going to say that sapphires will be a powerful amulet for you, or a personal talisman. Make sure that if you're buying it, you're buying ethically sourced gems. Is super important, especially if you're focused on spirituality, okay? And the Sapphire Kingdom, the Four of Pentacles, people that hoard wealth, people that hoard jewels, finery, luxury, are kind of looked down upon, because in that kingdom, everyone is fed. Like, there's enough for everyone to have what they need, but not necessarily for everyone to have what they want, because the want and the ego can, cause a lot of problems here. And if this is a nation, talking about nation building, and it's bigger than just, one Pisces. It's like the Pisces that are existing in these kingdoms, I'm getting wait, what was your poem from last week I never read? Acquired aquatics. Keenly drip from the faucet to the milkshake straw of a straw man, conflict carved by the oat man's Johnny Law. Oh man. This could be theft of water. This could be about water rights. You could be someone who fights for indigenous people's water rights, or just Mother Earth. The ocean to ocean. The Tori song. She said they never give a goddamn that we're in a mass extinction. You know, they don't give a goddamn about what they're breaking. They only give a goddamn about the profits they are making. So this is the world that you're living in, and you've been dealing with this, Pisces, and it's probably trickled down like a faucet in straw man arguments with everyone you've encountered. Kind of these shadowy organizations who come up with incorrect arguments to confuse people to take what's not theirs, is kind of what I'm getting here. Because as advice with the Four of Pentacles, I've never seen this, that I've ever had this deck with Elephant, Pisces. This is telling you to be greedy. This is telling you, this is demanding of you to not share your jewels. If that's a wealth situation, we're talking about not just you and your tribe, you and your family, with Elephant here as what to do. I love this card. Isn't that gorgeous? You're not hoarding your wealth because you're an asshole. You know, you're hoarding your wealth because you're a matriarch, because you are a monarch. A king or a queen, you're a monarch. You're the head of a tribe. You don't birth children, you birth peoples, is kind of what I'm getting with Four of Pentacles and Elephant here. Hold on, let me think about that. There's complexity here. It's not a simple situation. The black or white, all or nothing way of seeing people or way of seeing the world is not going to do you any favors, or your family, or who it is you're tasked to protect. You're steadfast. This is not budging. In your steadfastness, knowing that two things can be true. I love that about this card and what she said. Should I look that up? Should I read that? Where is it? No, I don't know. It's okay. There's no binary lens the way you see the world. You know, like in the Star Wars where he says only Siths deal in absolutes, or so, is very much that. You're staying away from the Sith mentality, the Nazi mentality. It's not a Stalin kind of leadership here. This is a radical acceptance, a radical acceptance of those in the tribe, from the elderly to the infant. And they all see you and respect you as such. They know a monarch when they see it. With you here as, God, I just got chills, absolute chills. With you as the emperor here, and breath. You're going to be asked to step into, if you haven't already, a position of power, of authority, of worldly power here. Actual seat of authority, whether that is a call out of nowhere with the Eight of Wands and the Wave, or it's something that you know is coming because you have the foresight, because you were born to do it. It's just, this wave has to happen first. The radical acceptance, you kind of had to come into that through a maze. It's through the, what is the Minotaur? What's the story of the Minotaur and the maze? Do you know what I'm talking about? You made your way through some sort of a labyrinth because you're no lab rat. And as hard as they tried, they could not make you one. Whatever that means for you. I'm just staring at this elephant and the Four of Pentacles. I'm just stunned. And this. Oof. Let me just read over these cards. This is not a mini. I'm not even going to try to make it as such. The situation at hand here Rose in reverse with the Knight of Swords. So we're talking about keen emotional intelligence, but in reverse. So what I'm getting is some sort of a societal scare, a shock doctrine chill that is thrown at the people. But that doesn't mean that if you see through some sort of a false flag, and they do happen, sort of situation that you should, that is also true. It doesn't mean that more than one thing can be true. It's just that the way that people feel in your tribe about this thing might be true for them in their head. It doesn't mean that the grass is purple because these a-holes say it is. Okay? The situation here. So this is a young warrior. It could be someone you're dealing with. If this is someone you're dating with, take it as it resonates in that way. And it still applies. Dashing, ruthless, unapologetic. With feeling blocked. Feeling, what am I trying to say? Not feeling blocked. Your feelings are blocked. Their feelings are blocked. They're dashing around ruthlessly and unapologetically with blocked feelings and a bitter resentment towards the world. So if you're stepping into power, this is who you're replacing. They're not going to like it, but I like it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Or thank you. We don't need these people in power anymore. They have no sight. They have no wisdom. They have no forgiveness. In reverse, blame, criticism. All they do is blame. It's the blame game. It's never their fault. They'll never take responsibility. Okay, this is a relationship. You need a new king or queen. And that change will come in. So keep yourself to yourself. Stay with your family. If it's time to, pack the bag and walk out the door, don't wait until next week to do that. Don't sit in toxicness because the message is don't make split-second decisions. That decision maybe should have happened, I don't know, 8 months ago. With no guilt or no shame, because the outcome here is Root and Knight of Pentacles. So, to start off here, with the person you're dealing with, that's their frame of mind. You have to understand. They are not this. This would be ready to love. This would be emotional intelligence turned towards you, the higher mind. Someone who will validate your feelings and not gaslight you and view you as something to be conquered. Love only matters with this, and love does not matter for this person right now. If these are the people in charge, love does not matter. And we cannot expect them to all of a sudden wake up and say, oh, wow, we've really been destroying the world. We've really been listening to demons instead of angels. No, and they won't stop. And they don't know how to stop. You have to stop them. Like I was saying this morning, it's like a parasite. This darkness, these little demonic invaders that come in as thoughts, as ideas. You can't shoo them out, you have to shit them out. It's like a parasite. These people have not done that. It's like they're invaded, their bodies, their minds, their souls. They cannot lead. They are insane. They have no compassion. Okay, you have to understand that. These are people who are in secret societies who've been practicing black magic since BC. They have no mind anymore. They're being turned into little aliens. Push button soulless robots. That's what their thirst for power is bringing them. We can't let that affect the world, affect our world. We create this world. We come together to create this world, but we start within ourselves, our own hearts, our own minds, our own tribes, our own crown jewels. Your keen emotional intelligence was being siphoned for those who were siphoning it to appear as monarchs. Oh, okay. Acquired aquatics, keenly drip, keen emotional intelligence, keenly drip from the faucet, you're the faucet, to the milkshake straw like in, what's that fucking movie? I drink your milkshake. Like when okay. Milkshake straw of a strongman conflict carved by the Oatmans. Johnny Law. What would the Oatman be? Everything they claim to have is yours. It's yours. It's yours. They drink your milkshake. They're taking your water, taking your jewels and your resources. Yours, mine, ours. It's not theirs. And they're losing it. And they're losing their grasp. And they're backed into a corner. And I feel like I'm preaching to the choir. And if you're still with me, so what do we do here? You? So with the Emperor, it's... This is about inspiration. If you haven't been inspired up till now, this thing, whatever this thing is that has to happen, that you're not going to let affect you, your mind, your body, your soul, or your peace. Even if everyone else around you with the Eight of Wands is... Because wave is unity, loops, but individual waves. You know, we don't want to... It's the hive mind separating itself from the individual mind. But then we all go back to the wave when we die. These ones were so afraid of returning to Mother Ocean that they made themselves into robots. It's their decision, okay? And if that's someone you loved, you were right to defend your heart. You were right to be alone, even though it was difficult. Your vision already exists with breath. It's all about the creativity. Okay, the king is not Stalin. He is creative. He is inventive, but it is what am I trying to say? It's rationality over passion. His own. So there's a discipline there. Rationality over a head over heart, head over loins, head over ego. But he's passionate about leading in the correct way with a keen emotional intelligence and a rationale where the ego, the passion, or the emotions in the moment don't override the job. It's worldly power here. There is power here. This could be a sudden thing that happens, or this is someone in your life that's making very hasty, violent decisions. And you'll be able to see from afar why you separated yourself. Even if you didn't understand it at the time, you'll say, okay, that's why. Your expertise is needed here. You are a successful leader. It's take it little by little. You understand the big picture, and you understand the small baby steps it takes to get to that big picture. So it's like, well, what would a metaphor be? I suck at this, you guys. I'm so sorry. It's like if you wanted to all of a sudden be a lawyer, you complete change in career in your life. And you want to be a lawyer, but you're thinking as you decide to find a school, how am I going to pass the bar exam? No, no, no. Don't start with how am I going to pass the bar exam. Start with what school do I want to go to? What would I love to have hanging on my wall as a successful alumni graduate certificate, something like that. You don't start with the how am I going to pass the bar exam, Okay, so it is big. It's not small, but it's organic and it should flow. And the key for you, it's like the key that you both have to use. You're using it, so you get the success. This one or those that didn't use it will not. And the key is river, forgiveness. Forgiveness. Did I push go? Oh, jeez. Thank you, God. Okay. Whether they deserve it or not, whether they deserve it or not, whether you think they deserve it or not is kind of what I'm getting here. Because they probably don't. Forgiveness is required. Not to let them back in your life. No, 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 no. Forgiveness is required because resentment is a poison. And you can live in resentment land until you're nothing. Ask me how I know. It's a choice. And whether it's deserved or not, it's the same world. You're living in the same world with those who are bitter, poisoned, and resentful in their own minds for reasons that don't exist. They're not real. It's imagined. It's a hellscape. You don't want to exist in that world just because it's deserved. You know what I mean? Like it deserved unforgiveness of your own mind, if that makes sense. Blame and criticism is what this is in reverse. You will not live there. You don't dwell there. Be willing to forgive even if it seems impossible. So if you're like, oh yeah, no, It's not you have to forgive this week. It's consider the possibility of forgiving even if it seems impossible. If they were drinking your milkshake, stealing your water from under the land, stealing your blood in the middle of the night. Release the poison of resentment. And there's nothing that can stop you or touch you. You're in a different world. These people won't enjoy themselves. I'm kind of getting in the last few years, we've been asked to really take a cold, hard look in the mirror. I've had to do that. It's not easy. I've been doing that all week. A lot of really hard shadow work. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. You know what I mean? But it's to be able to sleep at night, to enjoy yourself, to be proud of the decisions you've made. Find your own creativity in the midst of chaos, maybe even. Your sacred potential doesn't come from the ego, it comes from your higher power. So these people's river of ideas, if they've been praying to the wrong ones and making blood sacrifices and doing all the dirty, they won't have ideas, they won't have creativity, and they won't be able to sit with themselves in a room. They won't be able to sit with themselves in their own mind. It's stunted, it's depleted. You grow fresh, you grow renewed, alive, thriving. It's about thriving, health, safety, clean water. I'm really getting water and water rights here. So if you're fighting for that, you will be successful. You will be. Don't give up. Nourishment. Nourish yourself. One really good, healthy meal a day. Lots of water, more than you think. And there's a reader that I love, love, love called Melinda Nail Fanatic. And she always says, did you thank your water today? Did you bless your water today? Did you thank your water today? Did you thank your water today? It's something like that. Shout out to her. Thank your water, bless your water, drink your water. We all go back to Mother Water. But as for now, you're being asked to keep that keen emotional intelligence that is individual in you. Because this vision of a beautiful world already exists, and now we just need to bring it into being. How? What to do with elephant? This is interesting because it talks about gift giving and service and total acceptance. But this is not about giving money or sharing your jewels or sharing the luxury that you've worked for. You're very proud of your taste. Be proud of your taste. Do not be ashamed of having a refined sense of luxury. Okay, I'm getting started. Fine sense of luxury. Enjoy that. Keep that. That's for you. What you're asked to give the world is radical acceptance. Not your sapphires. Keep your sapphires for yourself. And the rest will fall into place, whether it's down the black hole where they belong or with the new sense of peace and balance in the world. So I don't know who you are, but from my heart, thank you. I know y'all are out there. I see you out there, and I see you getting beat down every day and hurt and lied on and stalked and abused. I see you. Nothing's gone unnoticed. Not a damn thing. There's a stabilization coming, with the outcome being Root and Knight of Pentacles here. Being depleted, not having enough, dying of thirst in the desert. It's about to be over, okay, Pisces? If in this moment you can't move forward, find a moment of peace in your own creativity, okay? You'll be divinely guided. Your inspiration, I'm getting, that's okay. So there's grandma and grandpa, or mom and dad. I'm getting your I just got the chills with breath. Your inspiration comes from somewhere between life and death. Somewhere between. It's outside of time and space, this. And that's the end of the music. I'm going to leave it there, Pisces. Thank you. If this resonates, comment below, and I'll see you for the next one, okay? Bye-bye.